May I also add that with the completion of C5 road extension as envisioned, travel time from northern areas to and from the industrial parks in Cavite, Laguna, Batangas will be shortened. Maganda po sa komersyo to. This translates to fuel savings for motorists. For this reason, I propose an amendment in the form of additional budget amounting to 200 million for a certain portion of C5. The flyover to be constructed in the Cavite Coastal Road. Dahil mahalaga po na maikabit yan sa C5. And may I enlighten you fellow legislators that this is an additional amount to the budget of the same project. Meaning, the total appropriation should have reflected 400 million in the GAA instead of the 200 million as earlier proposed. And for your information, the aggregate budget for the C5 is placed at 4.2 billion pesos. To this end, allow me to bring to your attention the declaration made by Attorney Yolanda Dublon, Director General of the Legislative Budget and Research Monitoring Office. In the hearing of October 6, 2009, Attorney Dublon categorically said that there is no double insertion in the C5 project. And again, I would like to repeat, reference is TSN of October 6, 2009, public hearing of the Committee of the Whole, pages 128 and 136. Of significance, let me bring to your attention that I have no doubt that the DPWH knew and got the instruction correctly. In the public hearing of October 15, 2008, Secretary Abdani was right in saying that the 200 million pesos were allocated for two different sites. But they are still within the confines of the C5 project. Hence, I insist, it is for the same project, although on different locations. The first being in the Sukat flyover, and the second, the coastal road. The double entry or insertion of the 200 million is not irregular because it covers two different, let me repeat, two different separate segments of the C5 project. Insertion per se or amendment, which is the appropriate parliamentary lexicon, is not illegal as it is the right commonly observed within the realm of policy making to allow lawmakers to adjust the proposed annual budget by introducing appropriate amendments with the public's welfare in mind. Wala po akong kasalanan, wala pong anomalya sa C5 project, at hindi po ako nakinabang. Politika lamang ito. According to the committee report, the Las Piñas Parañaque Link Road project and the DPWH C5 road extension project were made to pass through the properties of my corporations instead of a straight alignment. It went further to say that the alignment of C5 road extension segment of the Manila-Cavite Toll Expressway project MCTEP of the Toll Regulatory Board has to be changed to accommodate the alignment of the Las Piñas Parañaque Link Road project and the DPWH C5 road extension project. These are blatant lies, Mr. President. Kasinungalingan po ito. I did not direct or influence the DPWH to have the project pass through my properties. The fact is that the conceptualization, alignment, planning, and execution of the said project were all done by the DPWH. If indeed there was any realignment of MCTEP, it only involved a kilometer of said alignment. Surely, such did not cause the MCTEP to be mothballed. There is no evidence that the supposed realignment resulted in MCTEP becoming unnecessary as to require it to be discontinued. As to the alleged realignment of the C5 road extension project, it was only a slight shifting of one bridge number 2, in the upstream direction in order not to create conflict with the proposed alignment of the LRT Line 1 South Extension project. This slight shifting of bridge number 2 was was at the request of LRTA and did not involve any intervention or even request from me. And as explained in the letter dated 15th of October 2008 of DPWH Regional Director Roberto Lala to DPWH Secretary Ebdani Jr., the segment of C5 Road project that is described here too is from Sucat to President Quirino Avenue. The project was not rerouted. I repeat, the project was not rerouted as it followed the original route or alignment prepared by the DPWH NCR, except for the location of one bridge, number 2, whose center line was slightly shifted in the upstream direction in order not to create conflict with the proposed alignment of LRT-1 South Extension project. And this was made in attention to the request of LRTA to then NCR Regional Director Salvador Pleito per letter dated February 23, 2001. Copy attached marked as Annex 1, but even with this slight change, the 30 meters road right-of-way was still maintained. Except for such shifting of the bridge number 2, no more modification was made from the original alignment up to its construction phases from Sucat Road to President Quirino Avenue. It is noteworthy that at no time during the entire adjudicatory proceedings did the complainant and counsel ever present testimonial or documentary evidence to disprove the truth and veracity of this letter of DPWH Regional Director Lara. Wala po akong kasalanan, wala pong anomalya sa C5, at hindi po ako nakinabang. This was all politics. They accused me of financially benefiting from the C5 transaction, that I made a pile of money out of it. There is nothing further from the truth, Mr. President. It is common knowledge that the fund was not released. It was impounded by the DBM upon directions from the President herself. The fund, it means, has not been released by the DBM. So where is the corruption? Ito'y nakakagulat. Naririnig ko ito sa radyo na nasa na rin 200 million. Hindi po na-release yan. Wala pong 200 million. Yan po'y nasa imahinasyon lamang ng ilang senador.